minute out.
I'm going to be on you, obviously, and you're going to do the same on cue there. Seems to work. So, if it ain't broke. Are we going to do anything for your show at all in this? No? No? Oh.
30 seconds, stand by.
Going on? How you doing? Welcome to Trax, coming to you live, downtown Glens Falls. Happy Halloween. Tonight we've got Richie Ortiz. That was Richie, in case you didn't know. And we've got a bunch of stuff going on. We've got Richie Ortiz. He's going to play a bunch of songs. He's going to talk to us a bit. You know how it works. We've also got some special guests, some surprise stuff in store for you. And Schoolhouse Rock, the whole bit. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. We're going to go to a break, come back with Rich Ortiz.
I'm not the folk guy, so I don't know if this is legal or not.
Hey, Capital Region, Cara DePaula here. We promise a bigger and better selection, more standard features, the best overall experience in service and sales, lower prices, in short, the best value. That's the DePaula Total Value Promise. Experience it yourself with deals on these 06 models at 05 or even better prices.
06 Chevy Cobalt, just $159 a month. 06 Chevy Malibu, only $199 a month.
DePaula Chevrolet Hummer, both corners of Central and Everett and Albany. We've got your deal.
Why is wine so popular? For over 4,000 years, people have studied its secrets. For some, vintage wines are more valuable than gold. Maybe it has to do with the fact that you don't buy wine, you select it. And you don't have to be an expert to select great wines. At Adirondack Wine Merchants, we'll help you select the perfect wine for any occasion and help you learn more about the types of wine you like.
With wine, it's not about price, it's about quality.
Hey, looking for a place to eat that's really fun and different? How about a cross between the Raccoon Lodge and the Cowgirl Hall of Fame? I'm talking about Jake's Roundup, South Glens Falls, New York. 5-time winner
Oh, I love Jake's sandwich.
of Metroland's best of in every category they could think of.
The classic Mexican combo and everything.
Jake's Roundup, Hollywood's version of the Old West in the 50s. Make no mistake about it.
It's delicious.
Everything you thought about cordless tools has changed. The Milwaukee V28 hammer drill provides awesome power with its 28-volt motor giving you 600 inch-pounds of maximum torque and up to 27,000 BRM. It drills up to twice the number of holes as an 18-volt. Move to a higher power today with the Milwaukee V28 lithium-ion power tool system. Available at Sawyer's, located in the heart of downtown Glens Falls.
Welcome back to Trax Live. How you doing? I'm Bob Smith. Like I said, we got Rich Ortiz here tonight, and we're down on the corner of Park and Glen, downtown Glens Falls, so if you're in town and you're in costume, come check it out. But we'll talk about some more of that later. Right now, Rich Ortiz is going to play a song called Just Let It Be Life. Okay, good.
If there is a smile on your face, there's love all around this place. If there is life in the trees, there's even life in for you and me. I see everything for good, everything I should. Life is exactly what it's supposed to be. Let it be life. Let it be life. Yeah. Look at the wide eye. It's crystal clear. If you wanna see it, you can stand over here. If you find joy looking at the stars, keep reaching for a fall, yeah. All I know right now is music and love from my heart and my soul. Somehow I see everything for good, everything I should. Life is exactly what it's supposed to be. Let it be life. Let it be life. Yeah. Let it be good, let it be great. Take all the feelings that you hate. Let it be good, let it be fine. All the worries off your mind. It's only life. Oh yeah. Let it be life. Let it be life. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, yeah. Let it be good, be great. All the feelings that you hate, let them be good, be fine. All the worries of your mind, yeah.
Right on, man. That was fantastic. In case you missed it at the beginning, I just mentioned that was Rich Ortiz. He's going to be here with us for the whole hour. Rich plays out everywhere all the time. It's what he does with his life, and it's fantastic. And a couple days ago, we went and hung out with him at one of his gigs, before and after and during one of his gigs. Why don't you check it out, and we'll be right back to talk to him some more.
Live music is wonderful, and it's a great way to spend your time. We're gonna raise the roof on this place tonight. I'm an entertainer. I try to please, the crowd. Should be some moshing tonight. I'm not quite sure, but I'm thinking it looks like a moshing crowd. I don't know. You never know. See, being a solo act, you don't get to talk to the other members of the band before the show.
I'd like to introduce the band to you tonight. On the bass pedal, from down low, Ricky Foot. He's a toe jammer.
My left foot's gonna, do the best he can on the bass.
He stinks at it though, man. On the guitar, Ricky Strummer.
The axe, as they may call it. start doing like a percussion, drum, rhythm on my acoustic.
On the horn section.
It's a different taste to me every time I play. Different taste in my music, you know, it's a different style. Very unpredictable. It was nice to see the locals and the musicians and the friends and the people, the community around here just really take heart for what I was doing musically.
All right. That's an original. Thank you very much.
How's it going? Welcome back to Trax Live. That was Rich Ortiz. This is Rich Ortiz. How's it going, Rich?
Hey, Bob. How you doing?
How's it going? It's very nice to have you here. And one of the reasons it's nice to have Rich here is he's a good friend of mine. I don't know where I'm looking, but anyway, where were you just playing there, Rich? We'll get into a whole bunch of things, but I want to know where you were just then.
I was down in Saratoga.
Yeah.
At Bailey's.
Down in Saratoga at Bailey's.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was a
Did
great
people
time.
enjoy it?
Yeah, it's nice. It built up nice. We had a good time.
People must be they must be surprised by your show. You don't have the standard folk singer, acoustic guitar guy show. I mean, we'll show your set off a little bit later, but you've got your bass pedals going, and you play a harmonica, you do a little trumpet sounds. And
Sure.
Where did all of this? I mean, how did you evolve into this thing you've got?
I just simply was just trying to try to really make it interesting for myself and also for the people who are coming out to see me. I started as just an acoustic guy, and actually my uncle had a pair of pedals. I saw it down in Florida, and I've been dancing as a child, and I said, it's like kind of like tap dancing. So I picked up the pedals, had a lot of fun with that, and that really makes it a lot of fun. It's kind of like a little band, you know?
Right. Well, see, that's the thing, like a guy like you, and there aren't many, honestly, but a guy like you, for you, it's, that's like tap dancing, no big deal. Because unlike most people, you've been performing, doing something your entire life. And so, like, whether it's acting or dancing or singing or playing guitar, and you come from a whole family of that sort of thing as well.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting, too. You said your uncle was down there,
Yep.
gigging in Florida. You go down to Florida occasionally, right?
Occasionally, yeah. I've been down and been known to go down to Marco Island and play some stuff.
In Margaritaville
Yeah.
and hanging out. Well, excellent. But people don't have to go that far to see you. Again, you were playing at Bailey's there in Saratoga. You
Right.
play here in town. You play at Jake's Roundup all the time.
Yeah, Wednesday
right?
nights. I play down at Jake's. Yep.
And you've been doing this for years.
Right.
That's the thing about a lot of times when we're doing the show, I have to kind of, we're talking to guests and I'm introducing the guests to the people. But people around here have known you for 10 years. I mean, you've been doing this all over town 4 or 5 times a week. Constantly. So that's the fun thing of it is that you're a familiar face here in Glens Falls.
And I really enjoy the community, and playing in town is great. I've gotten a chance to play out and about and all around, and I really enjoy being in this area.
Right
really
on.
do.
Well, we have a lot more to talk about with all of this, and I want to talk about the fact that you and I are buddies. Maybe we'll even do some playing, but until then. Before then, we're going to cut to a break. We'll be back with some stuff. We're going to be doing our Schoolhouse Rock thing and more with Rich Ortiz. So stick around and we'll have more. Trax Live.
Is anybody on a schedule tonight or?
Hi. I purchased a digital camera from you a few months ago and I really love it. But I'm finding that printing the photographs at home can be time-consuming and a little bit expensive. There must be a better way, right?
There sure is, and you've come to the right place.
I was hoping you'd say that.
As the area's leader in photography, you can trust Ray Supply to offer the latest in digital printing. Fast quality prints starting at only 25 cents. You name it, we can do it.
Wow, great pictures, great price. Thanks, Ray Supply.
On this job, you notice things, like this new Steak Fanatic pizza. It's a big hit with the guys.
Steak Fanatic pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Man fuel. Cool. Only 23 figurines left, Hank. They're statues!
They're statues.
Introducing Domino's new Steak Fanatic Pizza. Angus steak piled on even more steak smothered in cheese. Buy a medium for just $9.99 and heap on even more Angus steak for just $2. Hit the door. It's Domino's new Steak Fanatic Pizza.
Hey, Capital Region, Cara DePaula here. We promise a bigger and better selection, more standard features, the best overall experience in service and sales, lower prices, in short, the best value. That's the DePaula Total Value Promise. Experience it yourself with deals on these 06 models at 05 or even better prices.
06 Chevy Cobalt, just $159 a month. 06 Chevy Malibu, only $199 a month.
DePaula Chevrolet Hummer, both corners of Central and Everett and Albany. We've got your deal.
Hard to sing the blues in the river community. Rates so low, they bring a smile to me. And if you live around here, you can smile too. River Community, it's owned by me and you. That's right.
Since 1954, we've been making lives better with personal service, low or no fees on financial products, low interest rates, and competitive saving rates. Visit one of our branches online at hrcreditunion.org or call Hudson River Community Credit Union, making life better for you.
I just want you to know that every little animal, every little chipmunk, every little birdie, the ducks, the rabbits, they're all our friends.
How you doing? Welcome back, Trax Live. I'm Bob Smith, Rich Ortiz, in case you just tuned in. Rich just played a song, and what was the name of the song you played at the beginning there?
Let
Not
It
the
Be
very
Life.
beginning. Let It
Yeah.
Be Life. All right. That was one of your originals. Most people that have seen you play maybe don't realize that you have original. I mean, you play a lot of covers,
Yeah,
and that's
sure.
what you've been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
So, how old is that tune? Is that a new one?
That's a couple years old. It's fairly new. Yeah,
Right on.
as far as the whole scheme of things. I've been playing a lot of covers. Lately, I've been kind of slipping in the originals, and people seem to respond to them nicely, so keep going.
I'm sure they do. If they all sound as good as that one, let me tell you, kid, if they all sound that good, you'll go far.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you know what we mentioned at the beginning of the show? This is our Halloween show, and this is our Halloween show. You like that? That's the festive mood we've got. Our gourds, our leprosy-pocked 4 gourds.
Whoa.
Yeah. And Matt was really proud of those. He wanted to make sure I mentioned them on TV on the set here. That's
Yeah,
sad.
these are sick. These are cool.
That's sad. That's all we've done.
It's a good time.
Anyway, so happy Halloween. It's more of a harvest
I'm
fest. or
trying to
something.
figure out how I can incorporate these in my show. Maybe put them on my knees.
There you
kinda
go. Well,
shit.
you do that thing where you banging on the guitar. Maybe you could there you
Try
go.
something.
Excellent. See?
I
Fantastic.
love the gourd song, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, sort of like Jimmy Page with the violin bow.
Like a. That's
He was on a lot of drugs when he did that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Maybe that's what it needs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when we started off talking, we talked kind of briefly a little bit about the fact that you've been doing this for a while, but you've got, obviously like anybody, you've got a personal history. I know some of it because we're friends, and I remember.
Don't talk
I
about
saw
gym
you.
class.
No. Well, I'm a little bit older than Rich, and I was in a band and with one of Rich's best friends, the guitar player in a band that I'm still in, and that's how I met him. I remember you were like 16, 17 years old, and we were over at somebody's house, Mattow's house or something.
Yeah.
Sitting there with a guitar, and you were just strumming a couple chords. You're like, hey, I think I might learn how to play guitar, Bob. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, Brian's taught me a couple chords.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 months later, you had gigs. How did that happen? How did you just jump into it like that?
I started picking up the guitar, and I never stopped. I just held it every day, 8 hours. Got into it, started learning. I learned like 12 songs, which at that time I thought was enough to do a show. So 12 songs every set, just repeat them over and over again.
I'm not exaggerating. It really was a couple months after
Yeah.
you picked up a guitar, you were gigging.
It was like about 6 months. It was
cool.
fun. I had a little gig in Lake George, and I used to see all the people playing in Lake George. And I said, there's only one way to do it. Just do it. Just start
Sure.
doing it. Yeah. But I remember being in the basement watching Shoe Jam, and I really
Shoe's my band.
Shoe's his band, and I really enjoyed the music. It really was exciting. I was a very big Shoe fan. I might add.
You were one of the few, right?
I have all the shirts. All the shirts.
All the shirts. That's awesome. Well, you know, although I'd love to take credit for the fact that, you know, we inspired you musically, the truth is that your entire life has been in the arts and in music and your family and everything.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons, I mean, you were no stranger to this. When you picked up a guitar, you'd been singing since you were walking, right?
Yeah. Well, both sides of my family, my mother's side and my father's side, are all involved in the arts. My father's side was more of the singer-songwriters, and my mother's side had a lot of dancing about. My mother actually has a dance studio in town.
Still
to this day, yes.
Yeah.
So, and we just, I love it, you know.
Well, you loved it, and you were doing it professionally. I mean, you were like on stage
yeah,
down in New York.
I've done some off-Broadway work as a younger kid. I did some commercials and some print work and some commercials, and TVs, all kinds of stuff.
And when you say younger kid, you were little.
Yeah, little, like 4.
That's fantastic. When I was 4, I didn't even know how to ride a bike yet. certainly wasn't dancing or singing on Broadway.
I remember my first song that I did. It was a Lionel Richie song for a talent show, and I was like 4 or 5 years old. I put on the suit, came out and did the All Night Long. It was a blast.
The 80s, right?
I should have had these. The 80s.
There you go. We're gonna dry them out. Yeah, that's what we should have done. We should have dried them out. Then they'd have a purpose other than lame decoration.
But I grew up playing and I love it, and I'm really happy to play music for a living, and I just really feel blessed. It's nice. It's great.
Right on. Well, where you now? Aside from your local gigs, like you'd mentioned, you're playing over at Jake's a lot. You play up in the lake a lot, Christie's and stuff in the summertime.
Yeah.
But you've been heading down to New York. You're sort of kind of a local celebrity down to the Village, right?
Yeah, well, it's been interesting. I'm playing down on Bleecker Street down in Manhattan, and you know, since I don't live down there, I kind of go down and I do my little thing and then I get out of there. But the past few weeks, I've been walking down Bleecker Street. Hey, that's Richie Ortiz. You know, you want to come on in? And it's really exciting.
Well, that's
nice.
small feat in the city, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played in the city, and you know, okay, you next, get off the stage. You know, the fact that people even recognize you at all.
It's cool. Yeah,
means,
it's exciting. It's kind of a different shtick. You know, this little 3 bass and the guitar and the harmonica. So it's a nice way to people remember me. You know.
Well, you're also good at it. I mean, if you could be the guy with the you know, the one-man band down on the subway, you know, but you know, I don't think he gets the press that you get.
Yeah, I'm lucky, I guess. Yeah.
Right on. But aside from your frequent trips down to the city when you were a kid and as an adult now, you're from here, right?
Yeah.
You went to high school here. Where did you go to school?
Queensbury. I went to school in Queensbury. I did a lot of acting in high school, and I really had a great time. What an awesome stage they had there. I did The King and I, and I did The Music Man, and I was in Oliver in high school. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool. Did you go with the bald head when you were in The King and I?
No, actually.
Yul Brynner?
Yeah, I had my hair a little long, like kind of the same length now, and I had it pulled back and slicked back. And one funny thing that happened on one of those funny thing happened on a Saturday night. I lost my pants on stage while I was doing the Shall We Dance scene. And I'm dancing around and my pants fell down, and I said to Mrs. Anna, the other character, I said, "Come, we do it again, and this time I remember my pants." And we did it again. It's funny.
Have you ever lost your pants when you were performing as an adult here?
Yeah. Yeah, I try to stay away from that question.
Yeah. Next question,
Next
please.
question, please.
Right on.
No, not yet. I've often wondered if I was going to fall off the stool at any moment, but I haven't yet.
I've had a few falls back in my drinking days. You know?
Back in the day.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned high school, and you know, for a couple of reasons. One, to make a nice smooth segue into what we call Schoolhouse Rock. If you watch the show regularly, you'll know that every once a week we go to one of the local high schools. We ask some kid in the know, some cool high school rocker, what's going on in the rock and roll scene in their school. This week we went back to our old buddy Max Garrett, who we've talked to before from Glens Falls High School. So we're going to go check that out, and when we come back, we'll be back.
Hey Glens Falls, how you doing? This is Max Garrett from Glens Falls High School, back again another week for Schoolhouse Rock, talking about local high school bands from the area. This week, this Sunday actually, at the Fun Spot, There's going to be 5 bands playing. It's going to be Save This City, Gray Star, The Loyalty, Method of Productive Means, and Subject to Change. I've heard all these guys play before, and they rock. Also, at this school, November 2nd, there's going to be a talent show with lots of musical acts, and I believe 7 bands are going to be playing, and it's going to be really great. Just try to make both of these things. They're going to be both great, but definitely try to get to this fun spot. I mean, it's going to be tight. So I'll talk to you guys in a few weeks. We'll see you later. Rock on.
All right, how you doing? Welcome back. As I mentioned, we got Rich Ortiz is going to play another song, and you know, I was having such a good time chatting with him. I forgot to mention that you can go to 8traxlive.com and send some questions. If you want to see what's happening in Rich's world, go there. You can go to, or just use your AOL Instant Messenger, TV 8Trax Live. Send us some questions, and he will answer them. But we'll get to more of that later. Right now, Rich is going to play a song called Happiness. Rock it.
You know that I can't live without your love. You know you're my best friend. But every time you're not around, I see your smiling face. I can see how you're laughing, the way we're alone together. Oh, this happiness, it's truly a special thing. Happiness can be so many beautiful things. Happiness, it's truly a dream come true. Happiness, it's me and you. You know I can't live without your love. My dreams come true when we embrace. The good times that we've had makes you my very special friend. I can see how you're laughing, the way when we're alone together. Oh, this happiness, it's truly a dream come true. Happiness can be so many beautiful things. Happiness, it's truly a special thing. Happiness, it's me and you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happiness, it's truly a dream come true. Happiness, it's me and you. Yeah. Happiness, happiness, yeah, yeah. Happiness, yeah.
Excellent. Well done, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rich Ortiz. And, you know, there's plenty more to come with that. We're really just getting started here. We're gonna, well, let's see, what do you got? Yeah, we're gonna come back and play another tune. We've got a little surprise, a little Halloween surprise for you. Ooh. And, so stick around, go to commercial, come back, stuff, more stuff, fun stuff, good stuff. We'll see you in a few. 8Trax Live.
Why is wine so popular? For over 4,000 years, people have studied its secrets. For some, vintage wines are more valuable than gold. Maybe it has to do with the fact that you don't buy wine, you select it. And you don't have to be an expert to select great wines. At Adirondack Wine Merchants, we'll help you select the perfect wine for any occasion and help you learn more about the types of wine you like.
With wine, it's not about price, it's about quality.
Hi, I'm Howard Leibowitz of Glens Falls Toyota in Scion. I'm proud to announce that we've received the prestigious Toyota President's Award from Toyota Motor Sales, USA.
Thanks to our dedicated people, and most of all, our customers for making us a top Toyota dealer nationwide for customer satisfaction. Great mileage awaits you in the hybrid Toyota Prius. Order yours today. Avalon, Camry, Corolla, and Tundra. 06 is in stock now, and save big on a select group of 05 leftovers while they last. Glens Falls Toyota and Scion. Stop in today and be our next satisfied customer.
The next cordless revolution is here. The most powerful cordless tool system on the planet. Finally, a cordless bandsaw that's as fast and powerful as Milwaukee's corded. V28 power gives you deep cutting capacity for high-speed cutting, where and when you need it. Move to a higher power today with the Milwaukee V28 lithium-ion power tool system. Available at Sawyer's, located in the heart of downtown Glens Falls.
Hey, Capital Region, Cara DePaula here. We promise a bigger and better selection, more standard features, the best overall experience in service and sales, lower prices, in short, the best value. That's the DePaula Total Value Promise. Experience it yourself with deals on these 06 models at 05 or even better prices.
06 Chevy Impala, just $226 a month. 06 Chevy Equinox, only $279 a month.
DePaula Chevrolet Hummer, both corners of Central and Everett and Albany. We've got your deal.
Invigorated that he had not come this far in vain, Ernie confidently approached his target. "Well, well, my frozen friend," he said, hobbling nearer. "Looks like you and I have a little business to tend to." Out of nowhere, the wind swept across the ice. The cold sent needles into his aged hands, and he began having trouble holding on to his cane. He winced as the icy mist stabbed at his face, and he felt his false teeth loosening in his mouth. But the sight of the snowman's grinning countenance stirred something within him. It was as if Walks was once again tempting him, daring him, challenging him to come ahead and take his best shot. Well then, that's what he would do. Ernie grinned and reached up to remove the old black hat. Again the wind picked up. Slowly the snowman's scarf seemed to come alive. It rose from his shoulders and weaved in front of him like a cobra. Puzzled, the old man lowered his hands. Suddenly, the scarf lashed out and like a wet rag slapped the old man across the face. Furious, he raised his cane and swung at it. The sudden motion threw him off balance. He began to wobble and placed his free hand against the snowman to keep from falling. As he attempted to get his cane back under him, the scarf slowly snaked up from behind and loosely wrapped itself around his throat. Once again, he steadied himself. He took a deep breath and felt the bundling around his neck. Believing that his own scarf had become tangled, he reached up. The scarf abruptly pulled tight. Ernie's false teeth catapulted from his mouth, fell to the ice and shattered. The cane clattered to the surface beneath him as he struggled to break free. He pulled frantically, but the scarf continued to wind itself around his throat like a boa constrictor. In desperation, he threw himself backward, hoping to yank the snowman's head off, but it wouldn't budge. Now red-faced and out of air, he kicked at the white behemoth. Seeing it had no effect, he tried again. Only this time he tripped over his cane and his legs fell out from under him. As the surface rapidly approached, he instinctively put out his hands to protect his face. And just before he struck the ice, the scarf, still tightly coiled around his throat, pulled taut and yanked his head backward. He heard a terrible snapping sound and darkness quickly closed in from all sides. With his last breath, he gazed at the snowman and saw the shadow of a face he had last seen 30 years ago. "Walks," he whispered, then fell dead.
So we told you had a surprise there for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Zachary Richards. Zachary, how you doing?
How are you?
Zachary was reading from his book that he wrote called Frosty the Dead Man.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the book.
Well, actually, I got the idea years ago when my kids were young, and they'd built a snowman in the backyard. And they said, Dad, come on, get to see the snowman. But I was working down in Albany. I'd get back late, and it'd be dark, and I wouldn't get a chance to see it. Well, I finally did get to see it. It was several days later, and after the weather had changed, it got a bit warmer. So I went into the backyard, and I see the snowman. I said, kids, ain't Frosty snowman looking at here. If I was more like Frosty the Dead Man, I said,
there you go.
There we go. So I took some time, and
it's a children's book, right?
Well, it's a young adult novel.
Young
It's
adult.
this here at for the ages of 12 and up.
Oh, okay.
And it's become very popular. So it's for sale everywhere. You can
Right,
get it
yeah.
at Borders and Barnes and Noble and any reputable Amazon.
Yeah,
Any of the
that's
bookstores
where I
carry
was-
it. Yes.
I was telling you before I went, when I was talking to you on the phone, and I went and checked it out on Amazon. It's got it's like a 4.5-star rating. I mean, it's out of 5, which is pretty great.
I got 4-star rating out of the Times Union Review too. So it's
you get some press here local too, right?
Yeah,
the Post-Star. I think,
Post-Star said it was a winner and everything. So it's been doing very well. I was surprised to notice that actually teenage girls enjoyed, really into the book, and I was kind of surprised at hearing that. But I'd go on a book tour around the state, and young girls would come up and say, "Really good." And I said, "Wow." You're kind of, surprised to see a 12 or 13-year-old girl begin really into deadly snowmen. But there you go.
Well, there you go. Well, thanks, Edgar. By the way, teenage girls really like Rich Ortiz too. So we're
They do indeed.
Anyway, thanks for coming on down
Thank you.
here. Good to see you. And
Thank you so much.
everybody, check out Zachary Richards' book online at Amazon, Frosty the Dead Man. Right now, we're going to have another tune from our friend, Mr. Rich Ortiz. This one is called what? It's called The Vibe. That's what it is. So rock on, Rich Ortiz. Play us a tune.
All right.
Must be some kind of particular emotion, like one I never felt before. Must be some kind of strange love potion, that as soon as you walk through the door, I know you and I belong together. Vibe is calling me from across the room. Spirit moves me to the night on with your charm. Your look is devastating. Well, I want you, yeah. Dance, let the rhythm move you. Dance, feel the rhythm in your soul. Dance, let the rhythm move you, yeah. Dance, feel the rhythm, yeah. I said dance, let the rhythm move you, yeah, dance. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhythm. Somebody pinch me, wake me up from this dream. Somebody stop my head from spinning round and round. It's getting heavy, I can hardly breathe. It's getting hot in here, make emotionally. I know you and I belong together. Vibe is calling me from across the room. Spirit moves me to the night on with your charm. Your look is devastating. Oh, I want you, I need you, yeah. Lord, I love you, baby, yeah. I know you and I belong together. devastating. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, right on. I think it was everybody, Rich Ortiz. That was called The Vibe, and I think we're gonna check out your stuff over here because you've got some wild setup. I mentioned at the beginning of the show that Rich doesn't have your kind of typical acoustic folk singer setup, and that really is an understatement because your whole gig here is pretty bizarre. Why don't you first explain what that is?
This is a MIDI foot controller. Basically, it's the bass player. And I call this guy Ricky Foots. So
Your stocking-clad feet there.
He toe jams. And just have a bunch of notes down here, and I can. It's kind of like that movie Big. Remember where Tom Hanks bounces on
Yeah,
it?
there you go. I was gonna say it's like a piano keyboard. It is, and you can see
So
that.
it's fun. Yeah, I play the bass lines here, then keep the guitar going. Then I'll do a little rhythm here.
And when you're doing that, do you have specific sounds on the guitar that you want to like?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sometimes I get.
That's sort of your hi-hat there. There you go, cool.
I get the hi-hat going, and this is like a little snare.
Yeah, there you go. Your kick drum.
Get the snare going, and then we use this as the tom down here.
All right, on.
It's kind of fun.
Excellent. Who needs a band?
Right.
We don't need no stinking band.
We don't need no stinking band.
You went formal with us today here too, didn't you?
Yeah, I
You
put on
got-
socks tonight.
Exactly.
Usually we're barefoot, but I put on socks tonight for the.
Right on. Where are you gonna be playing next?
Let's see. What's today? It's tomorrow. I'm gonna
I
be
mean,
in
other
New York
than tonight,
City.
you're gonna be playing more now.
More
Yeah.
tonight, and then
Right.
tomorrow I'll be in New York, and then I'm playing Wednesday at Jake's locally. So come down Wednesday and say hi.
Right
We'll be ready.
But you're gonna scoop from here down to the city and then come back up.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a busy man, Rich Ortiz. Right on. Well, as I said, you're not done here. Actually, we got plenty of time left, and
More fun to come.
Yeah, so we're at least a couple more songs we're gonna get with Rich here. Hey, thanks by the way, Zachary, for coming down and running from your book. We'll be back in a few minutes with more from Rich Ortiz. Rock on, Trax Live. Jason, master.
Hi there. How are you? Good, thanks. I have this extra space at home that I'd like to convert into a home theater. You know, big screen, big sound, the smell of buttered popcorn. Well, you have come to the right place. Fantastic.
At Ray Supply, not only will you find the area's largest selection of home theater speakers, electronics, and video products, but a knowledgeable staff along with unbeatable prices.
Wow, I may never go to the movies again. Thanks, Ray Supply.
This is what it's like when your computer network goes down. You're in the dark without the essential tools to run your business. Yet most companies are not large enough to have their own technicians on staff. That's where Axis Technology comes in. At Axis, we have the staff and the expertise to be your external IT department. We will set up your network and work with you to identify the real needs of your business. So if you're a small to medium-sized business, give us a call. We'll make sure you're not in the dark when it comes to keeping the light on in your business.
Your number one and only station, 98.5 CKM, and the all-new It's 95.9 with the 80s, 90s, and now are giving you the chance to win 2 tickets to see Paul McCartney live in Las Vegas. The trip includes round-trip airfare nonstop to Vegas, limo to and from the airport, hotel accommodations at the Stratosphere, and 2 tickets to see Paul live at the MGM Grand on Friday, November 25th. Visit any of the contest sponsors to register. Listen and win a trip to see Paul McCartney in Las Vegas from 98.5 CKM and the all-new It's 95.9.
Hi, I'm Howard Leibowitz of Glens Falls Toyota in Scion. I'm proud to announce that we've received the prestigious Toyota President's Award from Toyota Motor Sales, USA.
Thanks to our dedicated people and most of all, our customers for making us a top Toyota dealer nationwide for customer satisfaction. Great mileage awaits you in the hybrid Toyota Prius. Order yours today. Avalon, Camry, Corolla, and Tundra. 06 is in stock now and save big on a select group of 05 leftovers while they last. Glens Falls Toyota and Scion. Stop in today and be our next satisfied customer.
These children, they're not funny individuals. They don't have humor. I don't see the humor. If you find the humor in this gimmick, as they say, the gimmick, it's not a funny gimmick, it's just lame.
How's it going? Welcome back to Trax Live. Once again, we got Rich Ortiz. You're gonna play. What's the song you're gonna play now?
Further.
Further. All right. I don't get to hang out here much. This is nice. All right. Here we go. I'll stop talking. Rich Ortiz. Oh, wait a minute. I want to say. I'll say it later. Go ahead.
All right.
I've worked so many days to find out who I am, but footprints will always remain the same. It's my head that's lost in space, 'cause I know that in my heart it's you that I'm looking for. And I didn't have to walk too long to know that I was sure. Oh, deep down in my soul, it's you that I wanna hold. It's you I wanna hold as I travel down my road. Though the road is long and cold, that's why I brought my gloves. 'Cause it's my hands that are missing now. Well, I wanna feel your love, because I know that in my heart it's you that I'm looking for. And I didn't have to walk too long to know that I was sure. Oh, deep down in my soul, it's you I wanna console. Yeah, it's you I wanna hold as I travel down my road. How much further till I make my turn? Will this road ever end? I know I travel far and wide just to hold you once again, because I know that in my heart it's you that I'm looking for. And I didn't have to walk too long to know that I was sure. Oh, deep down in my soul, it's you that I wanna hold. Yeah, it's you I wanna hold as I travel down my road.
Oh, nice, beautiful. And you know what? We kind of we got some extra time today on the show, and sometimes that's a problem, but not tonight because we can just listen to Rich for the rest of the show. I do have to say a couple more things though before we let Rich take over here. Next week we've got Phillips Head. I don't know if you know Phillips Head, but they're happening. They're one of the staples of the Glens Falls rock scene, so we're very excited to have them here. Our friend Jason Irwin and Benny and the like. What else we got? Oh, also, I always forget, but I want to thank Ridge Street Coffee for, loading me up with caffeine before every show, and they did again this week, so that's really cool. Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. Our gourds. Rich Ortiz is going to just keep playing, and I'm Bob Smith. Rock on. Have a good time. 8 tracks. You ready with a tune there, Rich?
Yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Get to a Halloween something. Halloween jam.
Halloweeny.
Safe trick-or-treating, guys. Safe trick-or-treating. Writings on the wall. Very superstitious. Let us back to fall. That ain't my old lady. Got the looking glass. 7 years of bad love, yeah. Good things in the past. Very superstitious. Wash your face and your hands. Let me know the problems. Do all that you can. Keep me in your daydreams. Keep me going strong. You're the one that's saving me, yeah. Sad is the song. You believe in things you just don't understand, and then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, keep walking out. All right.
so nothing more to say. There is superstitious and the devil's on his way. 13-month-old baby dropped the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, good things in the past. You believe in things you just don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition in the way.
You're watching TV8, True North.